Hi, fire signs. My name is Venmo Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. I'm going to give you your October career and finance reading. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, I invite you to please like and subscribe. If you like my readings and how I do this, I would love to invite you to my channel. So for all the fire signs out there, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, excuse me, welcome to your career and finance reading for the month of October. I usually shuffle the cards until they jump out. I had one jump out right away, and then a second one dropped out. So the next one, I'm praying to God that it comes out quickly. I hate to leave you guys hanging. I hope you guys are having a good month of October so far. I know we're in the pandemic. Oh, here's your last one. Okay. All right, so I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed, and they have such nice and beautiful messages. Your first one is Round and Round. Your second one is New Life. And your last one is Flexible, and it's upside down. So from what this is telling me is that maybe you guys have felt like you've been in a vicious cycle with your career and it is not providing you with everything that you needed it to, or wished or thought it was going to bring to you. And this is like you're waking up to your new life and you're coming out of your shell. So whatever you've been involved in, it was part of your journey, and it is part of your journey. And maybe it's just to show you that this isn't what you want to do. And your last one is Flexible, upside down, which means that learning to be flexible has not been the easiest thing and challenge for you, but that's okay, because it's not for a lot of people. So if you feel like you've been caught up in going in circles, guess what? That's okay. You have to do this. It's all of these life learning lessons that I feel like the only way to find out what you want to do and where you want to be is a process of elimination, by finding out what you don't want. So I know it's hard. You know, some people know what they want to do their whole entire life, but that is a very small percentage of people. And a lot of times what ends up happening is you don't find out what you want. You find out what you don't want, and then that leads you to what you want. So if that has been where you have been, welcome to your life. You are normal. So, and if you were in the percentage where you always knew, that's great too. And maybe what you're realizing right now is that you're gonna go for what you always wanted to do. It says the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated, cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. So this says if you are in a scenario that appears to be an echo of something that's already happened in the past in your work life, it's because you're invited to see what you couldn't see before. This is a perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and the attraction to the opportunities and people who entered your life to be a part of your journey to prosperity. Who helps you navigate? Who helps you sabotage? Who supports you? What are the familiar signs and your responses to them when you find yourself in a repeat pattern of the past? It's a good time to get a coach or a mentor who can help you see what you can't on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. Then you will be free. Then you will free yourself from the old cycles and ceasing to go round and round. So this card is saying that if you have been going in circles, and sometimes, almost all the time, it is better to get a perspective, a second opinion, and sometimes a third opinion, just for confirmation. And you know what? I've learned for myself that I don't need to go to people who say, Jesus, Michelle, why did you do that? I need to go to people who say, of course you did that, Michelle. You're learning, and I would have did the same thing. So this is who you go to for advice, not to people who make you feel worse about yourself. You can do that on your own for free. You don't need to pay anybody to do it. I'm sure you're great at self-sabotaging. We all are. So this is saying, you know, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for a second opinion, third opinion, but try and go to people who you know who are going to help support you and give you an objective view without judgment. So I know that's not easy to do, but they are available and people are like that out there. So I say ask God. If you're having a hard time finding these people, say a prayer to God, to Source, to your angels, to your universe, to the trees, to the birds, whoever you pray to send you the right people to help you with this decision. And it's saying as a result of that, you're waking up to your life and you are coming out of your shell. And this is a process. It takes a lifetime. There are no shortcuts. You know what? You stay in things until they cause you enough pain or somebody forces you to leave. And, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes we need to be taken out of a situation because we're not able to do it on our own. So a lot of times what happens is God does for you what you cannot do for yourself. So maybe this is, you've been spinning your wheels and it's time to head in a new direction. And it's saying this is going to be better for you. I know it's hard and I know it's scary, and the fear, a lot of times what's on the other side is worse than the actual what's on the other side. So if you guys can just hang in there, good things are coming for you. I promise. It says new life, birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. It says you have every reason to be optimistic right now as things seem to fall into place magically. New opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's a new life suddenly infuses your projects, work, and creative ideas with the kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling on you. So you guys, if you are scared right now, because you know what, we're in a scary time. Nobody knows what is going to happen economically, with jobs, with the economy. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and I'm going to keep reminding people that this is not an easy time for anybody right now. And the fear and anxiety that is in the air, you can cut it with a knife. I don't know. I promise you, if you're watching this, you're an empath and you can feel it. And it's hard not to let other people's energy affect yours. So I'm going to give you two things to do. One of them is a great affirmation that I heard this guy on Inspired Nation. He has a YouTube channel. It's fantastic. If you ever get a chance, go check him out. But money flows to me with grace and ease. And I want you to repeat that to yourself over and over again. Money flows to me with grace and ease. So that is something that you can start reprogramming yourself and retraining your brain. And the sign behind me, you guys, I was taken out of my career, which I needed to be. I needed to leave. It was time for me to go, and I could not take myself out of it because of the money, because I thought, well, what else am I going to do? How else am I going to do this? And I was scared, and it was physically done for me. I was in an accident. I wasn't driving. I could not blame myself, but it was enough to take me out of my career. And it was like, thank you, God, because I could not do it. And the one thing that came to me was, what do I wish existed for me that either didn't exist or doesn't exist? And then it is my job to create that. So I wished there was somebody to tell me what is freaking normal. Could somebody please just tell me what is normal? And then I love tarot cards. I love oracle cards. I always wanted somebody to tell me, Michelle, you're going to be okay. And all is going to be well. And I feel like that's part of my job, to let you guys know that yes, you are going to be okay. And all is going to be well. And I was shopping for this room to put up to do this channel, which I was so afraid to do. And I found this sign, and it says, create the things you wish existed. And I'm like, this is my sign. And this is my sign for all of you. And this is your sign. If you are struggling with where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do next, part of your purpose on this earth is to create what you wish was there for you and either wasn't or isn't. And you have a lot more experience and knowledge than you believe. And you don't need to be an expert who's been doing something for 30 years in order to say that you have enough. So I'm going to give you one other thing. So if you start a job, just say you start a job and you're a new employee and you've been at the job for 2 weeks. And after you've been at this job for 2 weeks, somebody else starts after you, and suddenly you're not the new person anymore. You have 2 weeks experience. And the new guy wants to talk to the guy with 2 weeks experience, not the guy who's been there for 20 years. You want to talk to the guy who just started and be like, hey, what's the 411? What's the take? Give me the, give me your experience. So that's all people are looking for. You don't need to have this incredible amount of experience. You just need to get started and have a little bit, and the rest is on the job training, and you get it as you do it. So your next card is flexible, and it's upside down. So what that's telling me is that maybe you had a hard time being flexible, but you're working on it. And that's all we can do, is work on the things that are causing us distress. And a lot of times we don't move until we're in so much pain that we have to, and we're being forced to. So this is saying teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. So I'm going to read to you what it says. When you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose access to growth and untapped potential. You find yourself in us versus them. Loosen up, open your mind and your heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring out a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. So this is saying maybe you're a competitive person, and maybe you lived in black and white, and we were all brought up black and white, and there is gray, and you're finding it. And you know what? You have to find gray for yourself. And as you find the gray area for yourself, you're able to give that to others. And, you know, being flexible is a hard thing to do. And you're not going to break. You're going to bend. And it's okay to bend. It's okay to say, you were wrong, or I am sorry, or I am not perfect. Nobody is. And it is such a relief to find that out, that you are not the only one struggling, that you're not the only one going through a hard time. And maybe you were really good at something. I'm going to tell you this. When you're good at something and it comes easy to you, that is your gift. And you assume that it comes easy to everybody, but it doesn't. Things that come easy to you, that is your gift. And that is part of your purpose and why you're here, to help show other people how to adapt that. So you're learning for yourself too. And it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. Nobody does. We're all on this journey, one day at a time. And I want you to repeat, money flows to me with grace and ease, okay? And you can put it on a sticker. You can put it on your mirror. You can keep saying it to yourself until you believe it. Maybe people told you your side hustle or what you really wanted to do was never going to bring you enough money, or we don't need that, or there's plenty of people who do that. But there is only one you. And people want to hear from you. So I am going to read the Archangel Gabriel Oracle cards, and these are life purpose cards. So if you are struggling with what your life purpose is or which direction to go in, I am going to give you guys a few more hints. But just know that sometimes you don't figure out what you want to do until you have exhausted all your options of what you don't want to do or what you're willing not to do. I don't want to work on weekends. I don't want to work at night. I want to be home to tuck my kids into bed. I need to be around for whatever it is you need to be around. So like that will help you decide what you can do by what you're willing or what you're not willing to compromise about your life. And that's okay. You don't have to sell your soul for the almighty dollar. God wants you to be happy. He wants you to use your gifts in a positive way and never, ever hurt yourself for money. God does not want that for you. He wants the very best for you all the time and wants you to be happy and wants you to be safe. And hurting yourself for the almighty dollar is not good for anybody. So this card says creative expression. God's divine creativity is expressed through your actions. So maybe you're a very creative person and people have told you that doing what you think was your purpose, or that there was no money in that, or you're never able to make it financially by doing that. That is a bullshit. So just so you know, that is not true. It says agent or manager. Your work expands. As your work expands, its reach as you partner with a professional who can help you. So this is saying maybe whatever is going on with you creatively, that you're going to have to partner up with somebody who can help you get you to the next level. So it's okay to get help. It's okay to partner up with somebody, but maybe, trust your gut, trust your intuition, make sure it is a financially responsible decision in order for you to do that. It might not be time for that yet, but this whole journey that everybody is on, this is not looking for a treasure chest with no map. You are on this journey. You are being divinely guided, and the people that you need will show up when you need them. And a lot of times, I'm going to tell you this, you don't have to react quickly. You should never have to make a decision fast. People who are not shady have no problem writing down what they do, giving you written confirmation, and they are not going to pressure you to make a quick decision. So if you have to do any of that, just trust your instinct. If you feel like this isn't right, you should never be forced into reacting quickly or not getting things written down. People who are not doing shady shit have no problem doing that, by the way. So the next one is detox time, and it says release toxins from your body, mind, and diet. So you guys, if you are struggling with an addiction right now, with alcohol, with drugs, with food, with gambling, with relationships, this is saying that maybe you were brought to a halt, and maybe you have to address some things in your life that are not good for you right now, and that you need to take care of yourself and take care of this stuff before you're able to move forward. So this is saying, please address what is harming and hurting you. You are not good to anybody else when you are not well. And it is okay to accept help. It doesn't mean you're a horrible person. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It means you struggle like everybody else. And please address whatever is causing things to hold you down and hold you back right now. So that is just a warning sign. And I'm going to give you one more Angel of Abundance cards by Dorian Virtue. And this is going to help just give you a little bit more hope. And it popped right out. Sever vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all the effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So this is saying, you know, not maybe, you were given misconceptions, and you know, maybe your family gave you conditions of what finances and money was supposed to look like for you, and maybe you've adopted those into your life, and everybody has. But this is time to readdress, sever those ties, thank whoever gave you your ideas and beliefs about money, and thank them for what you've learned as a result of that. But now you're going to start anew, and you're going to start creating positive ways of this is not true. You are not going to live in poverty by doing what you were meant to do. It is going to supply you with what you need in order to survive, and not just survive, but to thrive. So it might not come instantly. Everything worth having takes work, and it takes time. So just give yourself some permission and some time to get it together, to start working on this stuff, and go easy on yourself, fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I wish you love. I wish you hope. I wish you a great month of October. I wish you financial security, and I wish you good luck on your new adventure. It's exactly where you need to be. All right, this is your sign signing off. This is Michelle Kelly. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.